you know.
I've got to be careful not to end up like reclining and lying down as I watch this, as we're watching this video back. I have a habit of doing this when we're watching these playbacks.
Yeah, the last time you did this, you were like falling asleep towards the end, weren't you? Because you were just gradually.
I ended up horizontal, and you can kind of hear it in the voice as well. It's like, yeah, this looks really good, Lewis. Hitting the mobs there.
Oh god, yawning is so infectious. If you're watching this late at night, guys, sorry. You're gonna have to go to bed after this now because you just yawned. What is the deal with yawning?
Providing
though? Why
exciting
does
commentary on gaming videos. You're watching the YoGScast.
Put your slippers on.
A lot of people do say, you know, oh, I listen to Lewis and Simon and they help me fall asleep. You know, it's so comforting listening to them chatter. You know, it's the last thing I hear before I close my eyes and drift off into the land of Nod.
Oh,
people do say that.
It's lovely.
Isn't it a bit weird? Don't you find it a bit weird?
No, it's okay. It's fine.
We should do like the YoGPoD bedtime stories to help people drift off to sleep.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Once upon a time, there was a very handsome prince by the name of your name. Enter your name here.
Stephen.
Okay, I already see a flaw in it.
Okay.
Shit. There was a handsome prince by the name of Dave Yognauts. Oh dear. And his kingdom was overrun by lots of little fireflies. And one day he went up to a man and he gave him a quest to kill these fireflies and to help save his kingdom. Young Prince Dave accepted this quest. And lo, he did go out, and he killed the fireflies, and he did save his kingdom. The end. Oh, and they all lived happily ever after. The end.
Good night. Sweet dreams, everyone. Oh, I promise it gets a bit more exciting.
Hello, and welcome to TTT.
Remember when we were
On the beta.
We were doing the goblin fishing?
Oh yeah.
Right? We were doing the goblin fishing.
Yeah.
And someone came up and they started fishing and I said hello to them.
Oh yeah.
And they said, oh, do you have to relearn fishing when you log out? And I was like, yes, oh, it's a pain in the green butt. And all this. We had a nice little chat.
You were like two old grannies chatting outside a church, you know, at like a cake stall. You know, you just chat about drivel. I'm not interested in chatting about that.
Oh, how's your Bernice? Oh, you wouldn't believe. Oh, she went on holiday. It's the 4th time this year. Yeah.
Where did she go?
I don't know. Mallorca?
It's nice, Mallorca, this time of year. It's not too hot. You know,
it is,
it's not
in
too cold.
September.
It's just about the right sort of temperature to go to Mallorca. I've been to Mallorca.
It is.
You've never left our Fair Isles, have you? You've never left. I think it's because you're scared of flying or something. Is that the reason?
I'm like Dennis Burkamp. Dennis Burkamp.
Dennis Burkamp. I don't think anyone who watches the YoGScast knows who that is. Or
Burkamp. Dennis Bergkamp. He was a Dutch player, a striker. Used to play for Arsenal.
Yeah.
He's like a world-class player, Dennis Bergkamp. Everyone knows Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis Bergkamp.
Why are you missing the G off his name?
He's famous. He's famous for being afraid of flying.
Yeah.
Much like Gianfranco Zola is famous for playing the piano well. You
Is
know,
he?
all these footballers in the 1990s, you know, they're all famous for something.
And Stan Collymore for beating up Ulrika Johnson.
For beating the shit out of Ulrika, yeah. Oh dear.
Oh, good times.
Still, she deserved it.
No,
They all do.
you can't say that, can you? It's not fair.
No.
Can't really say
No.
that.
So anyway, I'm not really in a rifty mood tonight. I don't think. I think this is the problem.
We haven't been in a rifty mood all week.
No.
I don't know what it is. We're getting bored of this game. It's
We
bad.
Well, we've got pretty
Really
bored
bad.
of WoW.
We're going to like a launch event in London
This-
next week, aren't we?
Oh god.
And we're going to be like, we hate this fucking game.
Well, we don't hate it.
But we're here for the free sandwiches.
We don't. So, what kind of sandwiches do you have? And we're just barging past people. Did you see that on the email we received? It says that they're going to have there's going to be computers available with the client running, so we can all have a play of Rift there.
Good grief.
Isn't that going to be cool?
Really?
We can finally get our hands on the game that's had open beta events for several months now.
Do you reckon a lot of people haven't played it though, like in the press, or, you know, people would be...
Well, probably if they're busy, but if they're that fucking busy, why would they go out to a press event? Or maybe they want sandwiches, I don't know, maybe that's it. If you could download fucking sandwiches with the client, I'm sure a lot more press would have played it.
We might have to pretend we're someone else when we go in to the Rift event.
God.
I'll have to say, like, I'm like Jesse Cox, and I'll have to speak in an American accent. You'll have to pretend you're Total Biscuit, or else they're just not going to let us in. They've got, like, can you imagine them having like a "Do Not Enter" card, and it's got like our pictures on it? Can you imagine? It's like, and they
Wanted.
look at us, and
Dead
then they
or
look down at
alive.
their paper, and they look back at us, and I'm wearing a top hat.
Why are
And
you
you're
wearing
like-
the top hat? You're Jesse. If I'm Total Biscuit, I have to be the one in the top hat. I don't know what Jesse wears. Probably flannel. I'm actually quite partial to Snickers these days. We used to call them marathons back in the old days.
Yeah.
And then, due to political correctness, they had to change the name to Snickers.
Why did they do
I think
that?
that's the reason. I don't know.
Why would it be
I think
politically
it's the same reason they
incorrect?
had to rename Jif to Sif. You know?
I thought that was because Jif was
It
like a
doesn't make any
rude word
sense.
in like the continent in Europe. It meant like spunk in like
Really?
Dutch. Yeah, so they had to like rename
Oh
it.
my goodness, really?
Yeah, they do that often.
Apparently, I don't know if this is true or not, but someone told me this, right?
Right.
Apparently in Portuguese, sillet means finger. So the
So Sillet Bang, the popular cleaning product.
yeah.
I don't know if we're gonna get in trouble
finger
if we
bang.
talk about that.
Portuguese. What? From who?
I don't know, from the cleaning company.
Barry Scott is going to come round and have a go at us.
Hi, I'm Barry Scott.
We need to lose some of the subs that we're getting. I feel like we're getting too many subscribers lately. So I feel like we need to troll the fuck out of people and like lose a few.
Okay.
Oh, that's a terrible idea, isn't it? That's a terrible idea. Yeah, so maybe if I do some special videos, I could help us lose a few people. What do you think?
Cut some of the slack, you mean?
Yeah, I've got that footage of your bare bottom that I'm going to upload at some point.
Have you actually got that?
Well, Hannah has.
I don't think she's gonna like actually give it to you.
I'm sorry.
can't put
all the
nudie
footage.
pics, nudie video on the YouTubes. It's not allowed.
It's just your bottom. It's not like real.
You can only
nudes.
put like no, you can't put anything like that.
No?
It's like Hannah Minx, you know,
What?
she doesn't like actually show her boobs. She just shows a bit of cleavage.
Well, no, because she's a lady, Lewis. She wouldn't just get nude like that. Heavens above, women don't
a
do
classy
that. You know,
lady.
not unless you pay them a decent amount of money, or you ask them really nicely. I think that works too, for some ladies, anyway. Don't you
Some
like rats? My
skeleton
dad
here.
doesn't like rats. Actually,
I don't like rats.
My dad's terrified.
Hannah likes rats though.
When
She
he
had
was a
pet
boy.
rat.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh God, there. Oh, when my dad
that a
was
maggot
a little
there?
boy, right?
Bloody maggot.
And he
around
was
the house.
he was working on a farm, and there was a giant hay bale, and he was climbing all the way up it for like part of his
Okay.
job. So he's on the top of this tall ladder on this hay bale, like stacking more hay bales on top, and suddenly a rat just poked its head out, looked at him, and he was so terrified he fell off the ladder, and he nearly died. Well, he didn't nearly die.
Oh my
no.
goodness! So if he had like fallen a bit awkwardly or something, you might not be here, man, making these videos.
Yeah.
All because of that rat.
God damn.
Or maybe did he meet your mother that day or something? You know, and it was because
That's
of
how
that
he
rat.
met my mother. Yeah.
Yeah. She like said, "Oh, man, I don't know what your dad's name is. Mr. Lane,
Dave.
you nearly fell from that ladder. Let me help you." And
Ooh. Said, "Oh, you're a pretty
Hello
lady,
there,
aren't
lass."
you?"
he said,
What? I'm sorry.
All right. Yeah. I just imagine your dad being a big gruff like northerner.
I don't know why he's
Basically.
northern.
Oh, here we are, running around Final Fantasy 14. Hooray!
It's a good game if you like just running around a massive, mostly empty world.
If you like really confusing, uninteresting, and frankly poorly written stories about things you don't really care about, implemented very poorly, you'll enjoy this kind of experience. I mean,
When does it get to the bit where you have to collect all these different elemental crystals to save the world from blowing up?
what?
Like the water crystal, the fire crystal, the earth crystal, the air
None of
crystal.
that. There's none of that in this game. You're just
What?
doing stupid shit.
it's a Final
Yeah. There's no
It's a Final
cool
Fantasy
stuff.
game.
No, there's no cool stuff. There's no like proper like
Oh.
magic stuff or glowy balls that you
What about
socket in your
espers
sword.
and
There's no
shit?
big swords. There's no fun combat.
What?
It's all
Where's
just
Cloud?
really boring. No,
Where's
there's no
Sephiroth?
Cloud. No Sephiroth. No, he's banned.
What the fuck? He's banned.
He's not allowed.
He's banned.
He's
Forbidden.
Everyone involved in making Final Fantasy good
Mhm.
has clearly either died or moved on to other games companies. Because this is the worst game I think I've ever played. And I think, do you know what? I think this game is
I
worse
played Lord of the Rings.
than X3
online.
Terran Conflict. An absolutely shit game that is nearly as bad as Ruse.
Oh my
Do you remember how
goodness.
shit that game was? Ruse, we played RUSE. If you ever want to play that game,
It was
don't.
terrible.
It's terrible. It's fucking terrible. Ah! My god.
Wow. Just
If you want to play a
wow,
good
Lewis.
game, play
Are you
Civ
going the
5.
wrong way again?
Civ 5, Fallout 3. No, I'm going the right way, aren't I?
How
It's
do you know
this way.
Civ 5's any good? You haven't played it yet.
PC Gamer gave it 93%, dude. I've pre-ordered it. I'm getting it
Yeah,
tomorrow.
but
Getting it tomorrow.
I've put it on my wish list, I think. I was like
Oh.
hoping that someone would buy it for me. Just anyone. You know, anyone that might, you know, like a close friend of mine might think, oh, it's that, you know, Simon could do with a game to play. No.
Oh, sorry, you're talking
Lewis.
about me buying you it. The Yognauts might be able to pay it for it if they donate some more. We might be able to spare some money. God. We can't afford it though. We're poor,
No,
man. We're
we need
poor.
to do podcasts and beg for donations because we were so successful last time.
Somebody donated the other day. You know, traditionally in Final Fantasy games, you get into the game, you're in a little bit of action, you have menus to click, you know, you press attack, you click on a big robot or an elf or a rat, and you kill the rat.
No,
Yeah?
Lewis, all the modern Final Fantasy games, it's like there's barely any combat.
Oh, really?
It's all like cutscene, 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 cutscene. You kill a rat, cutscene explaining why the rat had to be killed, the fact that the rat had a family, and the family don't have a dad anymore, and then there's like a cutscene of you mourning the passing of the rat and giving the rat a decent funeral and sending off, and then there's a cutscene of a wake afterwards, and then there's a cutscene of another rat looking at you a bit shiftily. And then it turns out that you have to kill that other rat because he's like the brother of the rat that you killed. And there's a cutscene that explains that. And then you get into combat with the other rat, you kill that rat, and then there's another cutscene, going through the death of that rat. And it takes him like 2 minutes of slowly dying after you've wounded him. And he gives a speech, which is just a series of squeaks because he's a rat.
It says here. Okay, this is the description of the quest that you get called Legends Adrift, okay? Speak to Cat Lady for a cutscene. Choose either answer and the cutscene will continue. After the cutscene is done, your journal will be updated, so speak to Badaron. Then head to Marauder's Guild and get a cutscene. After that, you will be in an instance mode, head downstairs for a cutscene. Afterwards, head upstairs for a cutscene. After the cutscene... Hold on! After the cutscene, use the NPC link shell to talk to Badaron. Badaron tells you a fisherman is looking for you. Head to the Fisherman's Guild for a cutscene. After the cutscene, open your journal. Just bear in mind this thing.
Unbelievable.
After the cutscene, open your journal and select the quest. Click on the map button to see where you have to go. Head out through Zephyr Gate and proceed to the location indicated. It's near to the lighthouse. Go to the edge of the cliff for a cutscene. After the cutscene, use the NPC link shell to speak to Badaron again, then head back to Limsala Minska. After you're back, talk to Tajhana for a cutscene. After this cutscene, you will be in instance mode again. Proceed downstairs for another cutscene. After that cutscene, head back upstairs for another cutscene. After this cutscene, use your NPC link shell to speak to Badaron again, and he will ask you to head back to the inn to see him. Once you have headed back to the inn, speak to him, and he will give you 30,000 gil.
Cutscene! Whoa! It sounds like it's worth it, man. 30,000 gil, it's a lot. And all you have to do is sit through about 28 cutscenes. Holy shit.
Apparently
That
you need
is
to be rank 20
mind-blowing.
to get the next quest after that. Rank 20 of a certain skill.
How the fuck are you supposed to
It
know
doesn't
this
say,
shit?
I guess you have to
Isn't
look
that
it up on the
fucking
internet. You have
ridiculous?
to just ask around.
Or buy the fucking strategy guides. I love strategy guides. I love that gaming companies have the audacity to charge people to learn how to play the game.
Oh god,
that they
strategy
spent their
guides are
money on.
fucking awful, aren't they? God, they're worse than Hitler.
Amazing.
Okay, right. You ready to plunge back into the enormous pile of shit that is Final Fantasy XIV? Are you ready? Are you ready for some more?
I'm ready. I've got
utter
my
shit?
snorkel on. I've got my wetsuit on. I've got a pair of
Okay.
flippers.
Do you have a peg
an
on your
aqualung.
nose?
I've got a pair of goggles on.
Okay.
I've got a pair of what are they called? Water wings, like the inflatable bright orange things that go over your arms. Are they water wings? I've got a pair of those.
Yeah, the kids have.
I've got the tiny surfboard made out of polystyrene. The float.
Oh
That's
god.
what it's called.
Float, yeah,
I've got
yeah.
a float.
You're all ready to
I've got a
swim.
rubber brick
Oh, we're all
that I'm
right.
going to throw to the bottom.
Okay, so I'm creating here a elf.
Oh god, here we go. He's called what?
Elrond Hubbard.
Elrond. I gave you that idea, didn't I? I gave you that name. Elrond Hubbard.
So this is
And we had to explain to Hannah the joke, didn't we?
Yeah. This is the...
Your girlfriend's a bit dumb.
Simon.
Sorry. What?
This is the third
Oh
starting
god, I
area.
called her worse
Do you remember
the other night.
Stop it.
Do you remember that?
No.
If people are interested in what Hannah does, she nurses birds back to health, like little owls that have fallen out of their nests, their mother's nests. She raises them
She works
back to health.
like 12 hours a day doing
She just
that.
kisses them,
That's,
and
you know,
they're
it's
like
hard
healthy
work.
again. That's what she does. She gives them a little kiss on their little foreheads, their little feathery foreheads, and they're healthy, and they fly off back home. Well and good.
I have spent like 4 or 5
Yeah.
hours in this game, and maybe even longer than that. And I have not enjoyed.
I feel like I've spent at least that, and I haven't actually played it at all.
Right, so that's the end. That's going to be the
Oh,
last
God.
one of our Final Fantasy XIV review series.
Hooray!
Uh,
What a fucking relief!
I hope you enjoyed this. And
It's like a weight's been lifted
Ooh.
off my shoulders.
oh goodness
I
me.
feel free.
Oh.
I've never felt so alive.
I kind of feel that we should give something to anyone who's managed to sit through all this, like some sort of special reward, like a prize or a
What we
badge.
should do-
Maybe we could like do one in MS Paint and
You
people
should
could, like,
edit
print
in
it off.
a secret message at random points during the videos, so that people who've watched them all the way through will get like a special like code, and then when they enter the code in YouTube, they get a prize emailed to them. I don't know. I didn't really think it through, Lewis. I didn't
No,
really
you
think
you
it
just
through.
made it up as you were
No.
saying.
Yeah.
Your brain is a
Yeah.
bit tired, so I can understand
think
that.
so.
Having watched these.
A bit too much Final Fantasy. Oh Christ. I never want to hear or see any Final Fantasy ever again. I'm done.
That is it. Never
done.
again. Okay. Thanks, man.
Never again.